what do we have over here? Jennifer Davis, all the way from Seeking Sister Wife, a part of the Davis family. So, as you can see in this post here that I have found on Reddit, and a few more to come as well, she begins here by saying, if we didn't have any children, we would still want Nick to be at home, spending his time doing whatever his heart desires. I didn't realize that we lived in a world where we can just do things. Actually, no. We can definitely live a life where we can do things that our heart desires. But at the same time, for us to even be in that situation, we have to be able to progress ourselves in life to put ourselves in those positions. Now, of course, we can sit here and argue that that's exactly what Nick has done. Nick has been able to find women who will happily work for him whilst he sits at home doing whatever his heart desires, which is crazy because are you telling me that what his heart desires is literally sitting at home, spending time at home? Honestly, sometimes in life, I think to myself, you couldn't even write this nonsense. But on the next one itself in particular, a conversation goes down between Jen and somebody else. But this person says, no, you all deserve a man to help you, not living high life while you're all out working. The high life. You know they're living the high life. And then, of course, it proceeds by saying he helps us in ways that no one else can. It would be nice to know examples, legit true examples of some of those things that he does do that no one else can. Because, boy, if he's doing things that no one else can, and if I can learn from him and be able to adopt this lifestyle by the things that he can do, I would love to know the cheat code. I would love to know these life hacks he has or things he can do that no one else would do for yous. Wow, that is fascinating. Now, also on top of that, April then decides to also jump in. Of course, she did. The head of the household, the main woman, you know what I mean? She comes in by saying, I decide how I want to live my life and I have fun every single day. We are all highly educated, know our worth, and we can leave at any time if we wanted to. We don't care what society says our family should be. In fact, we crack up laughing at all the people that get so mad about it. Must be miserable to be miserable all the time. You know what's so funny? If you crack up about this stuff all the time, then why are you giving us the time and attention? Why are you even responding to any single one of us? Why did you have to get it off your chest that you guys are so happy with your lives? And you talk about must be miserable to be miserable all the time. Well, if you ask me, clearly our misery has touched a nerve, because clearly our misery has affected your happy life so much that you have to come on social media and educate us and correct us on the fact that we are wrong with to have our opinions based on how we see your life. And like I said before in the previous post in particular, please give us examples. What does he do that no one else can? But here's the thing though, just because people are out here giving you criticism, it does not mean that people are miserable. If people are out here and they feel as if your lifestyle is something that doesn't feel compatible, something that doesn't seem healthy, or we are seeing things on the show that says that maybe you women are looking hella drained, and let's be real, April looks drained every single freaking episode, and so does Danielle for that matter too. And to be honest, if I'm comparing Jennifer from this season to the last season, Jennifer definitely looks different. She definitely looks like, she's drained. But then again, you can argue it's because she has delivered a baby, because of course that can change a woman's appearance potentially. You never know. But either way, the fact that you're justifying yourselves is quite comical, and it is very interesting that people having their opinion must mean that people are nothing but miserable. Wow. People giving you criticism, constructive criticism from their point of view is allegedly miserable. Okay, whatever you say. Now, of course, April continues here, and as you can see, Nick decided to jump in too. Of course, Daddy Nick decided to jump in. Let's have a look here. So this is exactly what went down here. As you can see, somebody obviously responds to April. Jennifer said, you ladies want Nick to stay at home and do whatever he wants. You're saying that there's a value to Nick being at home because he takes care of the house? What is it? It can't be both. The reason I know it can't be both is staying at home, is being a stay-at-home parent is a full-time job. I don't know how any stay-at-home parent has that time for personal fulfillment. And that is a very good point. And also, let's not forget, before Vera was born, Nick was a stay-at-home dad for a boy or a child, whatever, that was already a teenager who didn't need any look after anyway. But either way, though, there is a very good point behind this in particular about, he has all this time for personal fulfillment. He doesn't need all that time. And to be honest with you, has anybody noticed any kind of growth in Nick since the first time we saw him compared to now in this season? Because I haven't seen none of it. All I see is a man panicking that Danielle may leave because she's the one with the most money in the freaking bank account by the looks of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, whatever. And then also on top of that, it continues here by saying, or Nick comes in by saying, I don't know any stay-at-home parent that has time for personal fulfillment. Of course you're taking that quote. Those individuals are in need of a paradigm shift. Their perspectives need adjustment. Right. Interesting. So now our perspectives need adjustment. Okay, whatever you say, Daddy-o, Daddy Nicky. Now, with that being said here, as you can see, Jennifer comes in again and says, we understand that most women are dependent on their spouse for financial stability and are unable to provide a life comfortable for their husbands. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, she went there. So basically she's saying that, there's a bunch of women out here who are lazy, who can't go out there and get a job of their own, or if they are getting a job, they can't get a job that pays that well. So therefore they seek a man that can, pay for them and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to argue with that point because that is a very good point. This is something that is factual, but it's not all women. And to be honest with you, I don't know what type of women are commenting and obviously expressing how they feel towards this, because maybe some of the women are those women. I don't know. But I will say this as a man. As a man, I'd be damned if I was living a life where I could be at home all day and my wife was the one that's bringing in all the bread. That would make no sense. There is no way I would feel masculine to any kind of capacity. I would feel like a scammer. I would feel like a con artist. I would feel like a lazy piece of shiz. Okay, I would literally feel like bottom of the freaking barrel. I would feel like as if I have no self-worth whatsoever. I would literally sit and say to myself, why am I even breathing if I'm not doing anything with my life at this point? And my life is literally based on me waiting for my women to come home and give me money for me to spend. What? As a man, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? As a man, we are here to build our own personalities. We are here to make sure that we can protect our women, we protect our children. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so many more other things as well. So really and truly, she can spin it in the way of insulting women with something that is factual to some women, but I'm going to flip it and talk about it in something that involves men instead. How about that one? You actually want a man that is willing to be at home being a child. You can't make sense out of stupidity. Nonetheless though, let me know what you're thinking down below and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.